police were called to Penn Avenue and Garrison Place for reports of a female shot. She sustained a gunshot wound to the leg, the lower leg, and she was transported to the hospital by medics in stable condition. Just a short time later, a male was located just down the street, another block, and he had sustained 2 gunshot wounds, one to the arm and one to the leg. He too was transported to the hospital in stable condition by medics. So at this point in time, we have our violent crime unit here, our mobile crime unit processing the scene, and it looks like we're looking for at least one male suspect at this time.
Is there a description? I know there was some talk about surveillance video.
I think it's too early for me to put out any kind of description at this time.
Is anyone in custody at the moment? We heard from some witnesses there.
2 people were detained for questioning, but they are not in custody.
We had heard from witnesses that they saw 3 people running that way, and they all seemed to go into the Eagle, and potentially one of them was one of these victims here. Is that accurate? Or
it's too early for me to confirm any of that information. It's just really way too early in the investigation.
So right now, still looking for one person?
At least one person, yes.
Do you know what direction they ran?
I do not.
Just to describe, this is a quite large scene, correct, down here? Can you just describe what's going on at either end of it?
Well, this time, they have secured the area. That there's no belief that there's any further threat to the community. Right now, they're just making sure, looking for any ballistic evidence, and making sure they don't miss anything.
The 2 people, were they together? Or are they talking about 2 separate people that were injured?
I don't know if they were together, but it all is all part of one incident. Yes, 2 victims, 1 incident.
Can people living here get back to their homes or businesses and things like that? We've had a bunch of people come up and be like, how do I get to my...
Yeah, police are sort of getting people in on a case-by-case basis, and that's what, on the perimeter, they can always speak to some of the officers, and if that's the case.
Is this like right out the street, sidewalk, or kind of around a building?
On the sidewalk, on the side of the sidewalk.
Okay, just
yeah.
to make sure.
Obviously this happened in the middle of the day. It's very busy. It's a cultural district.
Right.
Not exactly an area where we see this very often.
Right.
What's your message to folks?
It's unfortunate. Violence at any time of day in any area in the city is unacceptable, and we're just grateful that no one else was hurt. Right now the investigation is just really active and ongoing, and as I said, it's unfortunate.
I'm sure people are going to see this. They're going to write on the internet, say downtown isn't safe. Is there anything you can say to speak to how rare something like this is downtown, especially here in the cultural district?
It is rare downtown, absolutely, but it is always more pronounced when it's downtown. There are businesses, there are people who live downtown, there are people who work down here and play down here. So there's a lot of foot traffic and a lot of people who were witness to this, or had heard about it and were in the proximity. So it always garners a lot more attention. Absolutely.
Like you said, obviously it's early, but any idea when these streets will reopen?
Not at this time. Not at this time. As soon as they process the scene.
I see the public safety director here. Can you talk about his role here? We don't usually often see him at scenes.
No, he does work downtown, and did make his way down. But this is a high profile area, and he works downtown as well. So he came downtown. So.
Any approximate ages of the victims?
No, not at this time. They are adults, so. Yeah.
Male and a female.
Yes, correct.